Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this wonderfully rainy, well, Saturday, but this is going to premiere on Sunday. But it was super rainy and the lighting is super nice, so it's dope. If you guys haven't been to my channel before, welcome. I am your resident graffiti artist / attorney, and today we're going to be talking about 3D dimensions. Yeah. As you may have seen in most graffitis, now some of them have shadows, but most of them have 3D behind them. So it sort of makes it stand out from the concrete, the wall, the paper, whatever, and it just adds a super cool look to it. There's two different types of 3D. So you've got parallel blocks, and then you've got vanishing points. Let's talk about parallel blocks firstest. My graffiti is mostly parallel blocks just because I like the way it looks, it works with my brain, it doesn't confuse me, it's pretty simple to me personally. What it looks like is, it looks like you're looking at the graffiti from an angle. So either from the left or from the right, from down, from up. This is backwards, but this is an example of your parallel blocks. It's just sort of beefy, it's thicker, it stands out from the paper, and also it looks as if you're looking at it from a angle, from some sort of an angle. You can do your lines up or down. For this guy example, I can't even make sentences today. This guy, for example, I went down. And most of the time what you want to do is you want to keep your downward spiral. Not in life, like if you're depressed, you should call someone and maybe take that downward spiral up, you know. But for graffiti purposes, if you're doing downward, you need to keep all of your lines going down. Or if you're going up, make sure they all go up, just so that way it is more consistent and to the eye it actually does look like 3D. Also, make sure that it's decently thick, okay? Because if your letter is like super huge and then you got this tiny bit of 3D, it's gonna look weird. If you have a tiny little letter, I mean, I guess you could do thicker, which that's fine, but just make sure you have enough 3D, because it would look really super weird if you had a really beefy letter, but you only had like this much. Go ham on it, and you can do a whole bunch with 3D. So you can make it black, you can make it white, you can make it any sort of color you want, you can make it textured or patterned, whatever you want. The second kind of 3D is a vanishing point. And the reason that they call it that is because you have a point on the paper all of your 3D goes to, okay? I don't use this one as much because it's kind of confusing in my brain, but it looks really cool. For example, this guy has a vanishing point. The vanishing point is right down here, and I think the camera's messing up a little bit because it's so white. Surprised it doesn't do that on my face. Dude, what is your beef? Anyway, do you guys see this? So this is sort of what I'm talking about as far as like a vanishing point. So it's down here and all the lines go to that vanishing point. So this is very, very small, but all of them are going to my vanishing point, which was right down here, and I erased it. Now, you can make it go down to the vanishing point all the way down, and it just looks like a V kind of, sort of. Are you eating out of the cat's litter? Don't eat cat poop, bud. Good Lord. You remember how bad it was when the plastic came out. Anyway, so the vanishing point is basically just going to one point. It can be either on top of the letters, so it could be up here and your letters are like down here, and it could go up, or it could go down. It could also go to the side, but then again, you run into, well, that's probably parallel block at that point. But nonetheless, those are our two types of 3D, and I would encourage you just to play with it, because honestly, I couldn't really get 3D until I practiced it and practiced it and practiced it, because it's so hard for it to work with your eyes and work with your brain. Because knowing where all the lines go and how they should converge and where should this one go if I need this one up but I kind of want this one down, How does that work? So it really just takes some playing with. And I would encourage you to copy other graffiti artists, but don't copy them thoroughly, you know, just study the 3D, because it is sort of amazing how when you look at someone else's graffiti, you can copy it somehow because of how your brain works. I'm not sure how it happens, but that's how I learned, is I just copied a whole bunch of graffiti artists, and then all of a sudden I was able to do it on my own, and it worked out really great. But those are your two types of 3D. Let me know in the comments if you liked this video, if you found some value in it. Like, subscribe, comment. Don't like, don't subscribe, don't comment. Be true to yourself. Later.